Our children's mental health has never been more important, especially in the world that we live in right now. And there's so much coming at our kids. And what we need now more than ever are resources like Monsters on Mill Street, books that are positive, uplifting, and filled with hope, because there's so much negative out there. We need stories that say, you can do this. We're here for you. Come talk to us. Let's figure this out together. What I love most, and I love so much about your books, but is how your books open the door for parents to sit down and talk with their kids, like what you kind of just touched on, about hard topics in a fun, engaging, meaningful way. And you've said, I hope to give kids the language, courage, and imagination to understand themselves. And that mission shines through on every single page. Yeah.
People say that when we hear that from you, from parents, from teachers, when folks come up to me and they say, "This book made a difference in my child's life," and I hear that so many times. I recall a story that a mom had told me once. The family was going through a very difficult divorce,
Mm,
and divorce is it's never easy on anyone
true.
involved.
Right.
And it was especially difficult on her little one. And the little girl was going from house to house, back and forth from one parent to the next. And the mom was saying how she could see it was so very hard for her to really even understand what was happening,
Hmm.
and how that was manifesting in her little self was she was getting angry and frustrated. She couldn't control this.
Sure.
And so the mom would expect it. Her little girl would walk through the door, and she knew that that day when she walked through the door and she was coming from the other parent's house, she was going to be this big bundle of emotion, a tornado. And
Yeah.
the mom had to she was planning for that. She expected it. But one day the little girl came home, and she was very quiet, and she sat on the couch and she just started playing with her toys and feeling her blanket. She had a very soft fluffy pink blanket, and the mom thought, this is a little weird. This is abnormal. What's going on?
Yeah.
And the little girl said, I need a moment. I need a moment. And my
Oh,
blanket just feels so soft. And I just wanted to feel it, and I just needed a moment.